Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Motordrome Speedway. Tonight, we present the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series with 5 divisions of racing action coming your way. At this time, we will begin our program with opening ceremonies. We ask that each and every one of you please rise up from your seats, and gentlemen, please remove your caps. If you are moving around the Speedway grounds, we ask that you pause with us momentarily for our opening ceremonies, which include this evening a 2-part invocation from Sam and Burl of the New Stanton United Methodist Church and the singing of our national anthem by Melissa Grimm. Gentlemen.
Thank you. Heavenly Father, we ask that you protect these drivers and their helpers and all the people who work this track and the owners. Bless them all. Put your hand on them. Let them be safe. Protect them. Let their cars give them the service that they want. And please, God, bless them all. Sam?
Dear Lord, we thank you for the privilege of living in a country where we are able to freely come out on a beautiful night like this in your presence to enjoy a fun evening. I pray that you will watch over and protect the drivers and each of the fans this evening. I ask, Lord, that you would watch over and protect the men and women in our armed services that keep our country free. Help us to walk in your will and increase our faith. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Melissa Grimm.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
From Evans City. And the 06 is Bill Finley as the green flag waves. We're 3 wide in the Pro Auto Supply Service Chargers. Gardner to an early lead in car number 7, trailed by the points leader Tracy Keller, the most recent feature winner in Charger action. 3rd is Roger Bryan, 4th is Ed Neidhart. A big lead for Gardner now in car number 7. He and Keller both winning veteran drivers the past several seasons in a row. And in 3rd spot, Roger Bryan looking for his first ever victory at the Motordrome Speedway. Feeling the pressure of Ed Neidhart in 4th. The driver leading this heat race is 2nd in the championship standings. The driver 2nd on the racetrack is 1st in the championship standings. Neidhart, 4th on the racetrack, is 3rd in the title chase, and he is pursuing the 12 of Roger Bryan from right here in Smithton as the crossed flags indicate halfway through this 6-lap heat race for the Pro Auto Supply Service Chargers. Only 2 laps to go now for the first of 2 Pro Auto Supply Service Charger heat races. Matt Gardner in the 7, out in front of the 1 of Tracy Keller, then the 12 of Roger Bryan, 68 of Ed Neidhart, as 4 cars have broken away from the rest of this field. Holding down 5th, it's rookie John Scott as the white flag signals final lap. Championship points are awarded to drivers for heat race competition. And Matt Gardner comes into tonight's program only 7 points behind Tracy Keller. But as Ed Neidhart steals 3rd in the final corner, Matt Gardner will take the win over Tracy Keller. Ed Neidhart by a half a car length into 3rd over Roger Bryan. And the battle for 5th, it will be Ed McConnell sneaking up through the field on the final lap. Feature winner this season in 14 is young Zane Farrell. And the 40 is Bernie Stuyvesant. No start that time, no start. We're gonna wave it off and try one more time for a clean go at it. No start that time. Start of the year, and starting 4th, the 13 of Denny Keller. Then it's Victor Keller in 11, Bill Oldham in 5, and the green flag waves. Keep your eye on the 14 car at the back of this field. Zane Farrell, the teenager who recently won a feature. They were having a problem with that car during practice sessions, so we hope it'll be up to full speed. Out in front, rookie Steve Settle in car number 3. Then the 13 of Denny Keller. And Farrell is off the pace in car 14. He's not only a winning rookie driver, he's also in the top 5 of the point standing, so a tough break there. Battle for 2nd develops. First-time Charger Division starter Jamie Shipley in the 86 looked to challenge the 13 of Denny Keller. But speaking of good running rookies, look at the front of this field as Steve Settle from West Leisenring, PA, is opening up an interval between himself and the veteran. Halfway, crossed flag signaling 3 laps down and 3 to go. Nearly contact made in the battle for 2nd, and a great save by Jamie Shipley in the 86 car. Shipley, although making a first start in this division, has several off and on seasons of street stock action on his racing resume. And he gets into the outside wall hard. Concrete flying through the air, body panels as well. And from 2nd, dropping back to the tail of the field now, goes Jamie Shipley as he got into the concrete so hard. We're probably going to need some cleanup work before the next heat race. Steve Settle continues to lead this field and increasing his interval over the veterans of the Keller Racing team in 2nd and 3rd. Driver of the 13 car in the 2nd position has not only been to victory lane this season, but led the championship point standings until a week ago. Now he feels the pressure from his cousin Victor in car 11, and Victor Keller takes over the 2nd position as the white flag waves, signaling final lap to Steve Settle. Final time out of turns 3 and 4. A first career heat race win for the rookie. Steve Settle picks up the checkered flag over Victor Keller, Denny Keller, Chris Spadacine. And coming around for a 5th place finish in his return from a car that was seriously damaged a few weeks ago, Bill Oldham taking a top 5 finish. The 3 car is driven by Chris Brink from Glen Campbell. 40 is Brian Ship, feature winner this season, and the 8 is Marion Reno. Green flag is out. Adam Kostelnik with an early race lead. Taking a look at the Ship brothers battling at the rear of this field. We have a special announcement coming your way later about the 40 of Brian Ship. Kostelnik, the race leader over Nicola, then Brink up to 3rd after starting at the rear of this field. 8 laps will be the distance. Kostelnik, Nicola, and Brink breaking away from the rest of the field. The 8 car of Marion Reno holding on to 4th. And the 40 of Brian Shipp, a feature winner this season. On lap 2 of 8, 3 cars breaking away from the rest of this field. Chris Brink, 3rd on the racetrack, is 7th in the championship standings. George Nicola, 2nd on the racetrack, is 3rd in the championship chase. And points leader, 4-time feature winner Adam Kostelnik showing the way in the Viglione Racing number 60. Battle for 4th develops, and Bobby Shipp in the 04 locks up the brakes to avoid contact. He's still got in the back of the 8 of the Reno machine, but what a tremendous save. And Bobby Shipp, after a masterful save, claims the 4th position and pulls away from the 8 of Reno. And the 40 of Brian Shipp getting the black flag. He will be heading pit side. Brian Shipp in car 40 was a feature winner just a couple of weeks back for his first career checkered flag, and he heads pit side. How about the 2nd place position changing hands? Chris Brink storms around George Nicola. George Nicola in car 97 has many victories in the Wyotech Modifieds. Chris Brink in car 3, who just moved into 2nd spot, still seeking his career first feature victory. As Kostelnik leads the way. White flag signals final lap for heat race number 1 of the Wyotech Modifieds in tonight's 50-lap feature event. Brink in car number 3, the Glenn Campbell Gambler, is reeling in the current points leader. A rocket ship tonight is the 3 car, but it will not be enough. Adam Kostelnik will win his 5th heat race of the season over Chris Brink, George Nicola, Bobby Shipp, and Marion Reno. PA, Dave McManus. And starting last in car 93, the defending Charger Division champion, Mike Lemley from Dawson in car 93. Green flag is out. Nicola in car 5 and Ofer in 01 lead him into turns 1 and 2. Side by side for 4th, it's Lonnie Hoffman and Jimmy Nicola as Hoffman takes that position away. Up front, Harry Ofer will lead lap number 1. Nicola in the 2nd spot in car number 5. Has been shut out of victory lane for quite some time at Motordrome, but led several feature laps already in 2009. Nearly gets together with the 32 of Panaya. Wheel to wheel for the 2nd position. Panaya in 32 will grab the spot from Nicola. Now here comes the hometown hero of Lonnie Hoffman. Hoffman, who got his victory early in 2009, looking to take away 3rd position now. Ofer, your race leader in car 01, has a heat race victory already in 2009. And he sees the crossed flag signaling halfway through the 2nd preliminary heat for the Wyotech Modifieds. Stretching out a big lead over Panaya in 2nd. Then Lonnie Hoffman in 3rd, Jim Nicola in 4th, his son Jimmy in 5th. Two laps to go. The 01 of Ofer out in front of Panaya and Hoffman in preparation for tonight's big event. White flag will be displayed this lap, and while Harry Ofer has this race well in command, we could be seeing a change of 2nd position as Lonnie Hoffman has passed several cars to reel in the rear bumper of the 32. Matt Panaya, now Hoffman to the outside in the fight for 2nd position. around the 32 of Panaya, and second position changes hands on the final lap, but a dominating heat race win for Bell Vernon's Harry Ofer in car 01 over Lonnie Hoffman, Matt Panaya, Jim Nicola, and Jimmy Nicola. The super late models. Quarrick and Henry row 1, Urso and Wiltrout row 2, green flag waves. And the Palagrudo Motorsports teammates leap out in front of this field. Bobby Henry, just in front of Gary Wiltrout, 2 former Motordrome Speedway champions. Then the 60 of Will Thomas. Three cars pulling away from the rest of this field. And Henry holds a slight advantage over Wiltrout on lap 2 of 10. Then Thomas in the 60, who was the runner-up in our big event 2 weeks ago. Drivers 1 and 2 on the speedway have both been to victory lane this season and racing very close to one another in turn 4. And again nearly making contact, and in the process making car owners Richard and Joan Palagrudo very nervous as they fight for this heat race lead in front of Will Thomas. Bobby Henry on the outside, Gary Wiltrout on the inside. Working lap 4 of 10, and the teammates have taken each other out of competition in turn number 2. Unbelievable action, a heat race victory on the line. And with 4 of 10 laps completed, 2 former Motordrome track champions, teammates in the R&R Motorsports stable, taking one another out. Third, and look at Henry and Wiltrout trying to regain top 5 positions as the green flag waves. And the Palagrudo teammates are now on a mission with 6 laps to go. Bobby Henry in the 11 car, who sits 3rd in the championship point standings, now hounding the rear bumper of Cody Quarrick. Wiltrout is 2nd in the championship standings in car 95, and now is 4th on the speedway. And we got a caution flag because that start was no good. A couple of drivers jumped on the start. Joe Moose in 5th trying to hold back the Palagrudo teammates. And again, chief starter Denny Carson pointing the finger at Bobby Henry, who perhaps gained a position before the green flag waved. Black flag, in fact, in hand now for the 11 of Henry as Thomas continues to lead. Thomas stretching out a big advantage over Quarrick in the 6, keeping in mind that Cody Quarrick of Uniontown did lead many feature event laps earlier this season, as the young Uniontown driver certainly gaining valuable experience here in the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models. Now keep in mind, as Henry is passing cars, he will be issued a stop-and-go penalty. So Henry's ride into 2nd spot will not be scored as such. And Cody Quarrick pulls in after a fine 2nd place run. The Arsenberger Trucking car number 6 heads pit side and apparently thought the black flag was for him instead of Henry. There are 2 laps to go. The car in 2nd position, Bobby Henry, will not officially be in 2nd. Gary Wiltrout, however, in car 95 with 2 laps to go is the runner-up on the speedway. And Quarrick, who misunderstood the flagman's intention, now to the back of the field by an inadvertent stop. White flag signaled to Will Thomas in car 60 that this is the final go-round toward another heat race victory as he leads all other drivers in 2009 with preliminary wins. And by nearly half a straightaway over Wiltrout. Coming out of turn number 4 for his 6th heat race win of the season, Will Thomas will win it over the 95 of Gary Wiltrout in 2nd, the 37 of Paul Urso in 3rd, Michael Zombar in 4th, and the 83 of Joe Moose in 5th. Late models. Green flag is out. And And Martel dropping back shockingly from his front row starting position. Not only does he lose the second position, but loses several car lengths to Catone. He is now side by side with Todd Price, as lap number 1 will be led by Jason Mignon in car 07. Mignon making only his second start of 2009, trying to hold off the current points leader. Mark Catone has 3 heat race victories this season. Martel, meanwhile, hangs on to third spot, and Barry Audi in the 75 car moves up a couple of positions. Audi will now challenge Martel headed into turn number 1 on lap 2 of 10. Side by side on the back straight, veteran Audi and 21-year-old Kyle Martel door to door in turns 3 and 4, and Audi will take the position. Your leader in car 07, a former national traveler with the Iceman Series. A 100-lap special event winner at the Mansfield Speedway in Ohio, out in front of Catone. And the Mignon Towing Toyota showing the way in front of McKeesport's Mark Catone in second, the current points leader. The Auto Express Transportation of Vanuik Racing Engines Ford in second. And in third, the Wheeler Brothers Stoystown Auto Wrecking 75 of Audi. Martel is fourth, and in the 5th spot, it's Todd Price, the Frankie Day Oldies Show. D&D Office plus Stoystown Auto Wrecking Ford number 15. He's going to have his hands full shortly with the 44 of Gregory Kelly. The D&K Sales and Service Froggy 44 machine with 4 laps remaining. Up front, Mignon's lead remains just about a car length and a half over Catone. Last season in competition at the Jennerstown Speedway, your leader, Jason Mignon, was a 3-time feature event winner. Mark Catone in second spot, a feature winner this season. And then Barry Audi in 75. And Audi is catching the leaders. Audi is closing in on the battle between Mignon and Catone with just 2 laps to go. Catone looking to the inside as the white flag will be displayed, signaling final time around for the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models. Catone will challenge in turn number 2 and down the back straight. Mignon with his smallest lead advantage of the event. Last opportunity for the points leader to challenge. And in turn 4, checkered flag is waving. Jason Mignon will take his first heat race win of the season over Mark Catone, Barry Audi, Kyle Martel, and Todd Price. Whalen All-American Series. And Doug Bakioki gets an early jump on the field, will wave the start off. No start that time. No start for the Subway Super Late Models in heat race number 3. Stack them up and try one more. 98, Steve Black in the 1. Green flag is out. And Mark Poole gets an early jump on the field. Poole was a multiple feature winner in 2008. Has a victory in 09, and look at Neil Brown diving beneath Steve Black and almost instantly challenging the 78 of Bakioki. It will be Mark Poole leading lap 1, and Steve Black making hard contact with the outside wall. The Penn West Toyota Lift Camry number 1 now way off the pace as a result of a brush with the concrete here on the front straight. And Black looks to be headed pit side in the Toyota Camry number 1. Out front, the Howard Concrete Pumping Chevrolet number 96 of veteran Mark Poole, graduate of Legacy Car Competition. In second spot, the leading winner of 2009, Neil Brown from Acme, PA. And a turn number 2, Dan Lewis in the 8 breaks the car loose but makes a great save. Green flag stays out with 7 laps remaining, and Neil Brown closing in on leader Mark Poole. Driver in second position, winner of last season's Piney Lasky Memorial 100, closing in quickly in a Ford versus Chevrolet battle. Brown in the Richter Motorsports O'Shea Lumber Davies Ford number 98 closing in on leader Mark Poole as the cross flag signal halfway through the third and final heat race for the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models. Brown diving to the inside now with a good run down the back straight. Side by side, two veteran campaigners, and Poole will hang on to the lead as they approach the scoring line, officially leading lap number 6 of 10 with Brown right in tow. Doug Bakioki remains all by himself in third, Dave Merrow in fourth. And still glued together side by side down the back straight, Brown on the inside, Poole on the outside. Both winners in 2009. And Brown will get the spot with 3 laps to go. So far this season, Mark Poole in the 96 car has 1 heat race win to complement his feature victory. And the 98 of Brown, a 3-time heat race winner. As they see the signal of 2 laps to go. Brown out in front of Poole, 2 cars far ahead of Bakioki as the white flag signals final lap in heat race competition tonight for the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models. Battle developing for third as Dave Merrow, the former truck division champion in car 69, had reeled up to the back bumper of Bakioki, but out of turn number 4, a 4th heat race win of the season for Neil Brown over Mark Poole, Doug Bakioki, Dave Merrow, and Dan Lewis. Aaron Minjock from Greenock, Pennsylvania. The 0 is Dink Colarusso, and the green flag waves. 51 is Adam Kostelnik. 74, Jason Holder. 31 is defending champion Sean Phillips. 15 is Jonathan Heilman, and 76, Tom Knight Sr. And Manganello in car 50 making his first start of the year, drifting backwards just a bit. And new leader is Jeff Zellweger in the 18 car. And a problem for the points leader, the 31 of Sean Phillips, the defending track champion, is way off the pace with smoke behind that machine. And a caution flag will come out. So the biggest feature winner of 2009, then it's the 34 of Aaron Minjock and the 50 of Tony Manganello. Green flag is out. Nearly 3 wide, and we got contact into turn number 1. The 50 of Manganello got a left rear shot from the 15 of Jonathan Heilman, but the lead changes hands up front. Dink Colarusso in the 0 moves to the inside of Zellweger's 18 car, and the new leader is the veteran. He's already got 5 heat race wins on the season, and Dink Colarusso takes the AK chassis number 0 to the front. Jeff Zellweger in the 2nd spot. And Aaron Minjock in the 34 riding third, nearly made outside wall contact that lap. He is closing in on the 18. Then in 4th, it's Adam Kostelnik in his 2nd start in the 51 Motorsports machine. Aaron Minjock in 34, challenging for the runner-up position to the inside of the 18 of Zellweger. And as they go door to door for the 2nd position on the front straight, the battle really heats up. For the 4th position, headed into turn 1, it's a 3-car fight. Action happening all over the speedway, but no action up front as Dink Colarusso opens up a huge lead. 3 cars in a fight for 4th position. Look at the 51 of Kostelnik trying to hold off Jason Holder's 74 and Jonathan Heilman's 15. We're nearly 3 wide again. Three wide on the back straight. Heilman splits the middle between Kostelnik and Holder, and he comes away with the 4th position with 2 laps to go. Dink Colarusso in the 0 machine had not made a Motordrome Speedway start in nearly 5 years. And on opening night, he put the AK chassis number 0 in victory lane. He now takes the white flag with a straightaway lead over Aaron Minjock en route to a division-leading 6th heat race victory. Action has even settled down within the other positions of the top 5, and coming out of turn number 4, The 0 of Dink Colarusso picks up another checkered flag. Sophomore Napa Street Stock driver Aaron Minjock will finish second. Battle for third at the line. Jonathan Heilman takes away the position by a fender, leaving Jeff Zellweger in fourth and Jason Holder in fifth. 6 laps the distance for the Coca-Cola Super Compacts and Mary Catherine Shimko out to an early lead from the pole position in car 44, then 2 rows 3 wide. The Coca-Cola Super Compacts are the entry level of NASCAR competition here at the Motordrome Speedway. 4-cylinder street passenger cars, modified only for driver safety and competing on street tires. No strangers to 3 wide racing as the 48 of Koffler III takes over the 3rd position, and Mary Catherine Shimko opens up a huge lead in the quest for her first career heat race victory. Shimko in car 44 distancing herself from the field in a borrowed race car from the Kevin Ludwig Racing stable after her primary car was destroyed in a violent crash earlier this season. And Shimko seems to be opening up a big advantage as Koffler III takes 2nd position away from the 14 of Keffer, then Steven Sheltman in 4th. 6 laps the distance. We have 2 completed. Will it be the Keisterville teenagers' first ever checkered flag? In the 48 car, Koffler closing in now on leader Shimko with Keffer all by himself in 3rd. Signal of crossed flags given to leader Mary Catherine Shimko. And Koffler just a couple car lengths from her rear bumper now. He's been able to catch her, but can he pass her? Koffler's father was a feature winner here just a few weeks ago and will be coming out in the next heat race. But Shimko with a borrowed race car leading this field. She's been behind the wheel of this Cavalier for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and there are 2 laps to go. Lead is now just about 1 car length on the backstraight as Shimko looking for a first heat race win. Koffler in the 48. Former dirt track racer at the Farmington Speedway challenging. White flag is displayed. This is the final lap. Shimko officially the leader by a bumper. Koffler dirt tracks the car on the bottom and Shimko battles back up high. It's male versus female, veteran versus teenager, and side by side in turns 3 and 4. Who's it gonna be at the checkered flag? And it will be the 48 of Koffler III taking the win away from Mary Catherine Shimko. Kevin Keffer finishes in 3rd spot over Steven Sheltman. And look at the battle for 5th. It's the 13 of Robert Ashbaugh. 3 is Eugene the Hillbilly Zerfoss as the green flag waves for our 2nd 6-lap heat race for the Coca-Cola Super Compacts. Sever, the points leader in the division and leading feature winner, diving quickly to the inside of Schwartz to take 2nd and challenging for the lead already in turn 4 on lap 1. He will make his way past the 5 of Tex Dunmeyer to take the lead. Dunmeyer battling back on the outside in the fight for 2nd. Contact is made. Andre Suarez nearly goes airborne. After getting together with the 31 of Schwartz, it collects the 71 of Troy Knight, the 05 of Paul Koffler Jr., and the caution flag will wave. Suarez in car number 2 had charged up from the rear of this field. Green flag waves. 5 laps remaining, and leader Sever in the 83 car is the current points leader. He has 6 heat race victories. And look at Suarez trying to make his way back up through the field in car 2 with a bonsai move in turns 3 and 4. He moves around feature winner Koffler in the 05. Sever with a big lead over Dunmeyer and Zerfoss. Three of the top drivers in the division. In fact, all three drivers on the speedway right now are racing in the order that they are in the championship point standings right at the moment. Sever, Dunmire, and Zerfoss are exactly in that order in the championship chase. In fourth, it's the 27 of Steve Long. Long has not yet won at Motordrome, but was a two-time winner last season at the Jennerstown Speedway. Battle for fourth, it's the 31 of Schwartz who was involved in that caution flag incident with the 2 of Suarez. They are both gaining on the 27 of Long, and 3 wide in the middle of the back straight. Hope the tempers have cooled from the 2 drivers that made contact. White flag signals final lap to leader Sever, but the action is coming out of turn number 4 with Schwartz and Suarez, who both made their way past the 27 of Long. And the final lap of heat race competition for tonight's program, headed into turn number 4 from West Newton, Pennsylvania. The Martinelli's Auto, number 83 of Matt Sever, will take another checkered flag over Tex Dunmire, Hillbilly Zerfoss, Bill Schwartz battling back to a 4th place finish, and the 2 of Andres Suarez completing the top 5. Teen Zane Farrell. And the Pro Auto Supply Service Charger feature event is green and racing. 3 and 4 wide is the action in turns 1 and 2 deep in the field. Denny Keller is the early race leader by a fender, holding that advantage into turn number 3 over the 43 of Chris Spadacine. Still 2 by 2 up front. And Spadacine, the sophomore driver, will lead lap number 1. A family battle for second. Victor Keller in the 11. Denny Keller in the 13, going door to door behind leader Spadacine. Then it's Ed Neidhart in the 68 machine, right there with Matt Gardner in the 7. And Victor Keller takes a position away from opening night feature winner Denny Keller, and Denny has that car hung out all kinds of sideways. Neidhart will take over 3rd, Gardner will take over 4th, and now Denny Keller has his cousin Tracy beneath him, losing positions in wholesale fashion that lap as Spadacine continues to lead. Spadacine in car 43, a graduate of the 4-cylinder division. He got a feature victory last season and an upset win for a part-time rookie in this division. Then Victor Keller in the 11, and side by side it's Gardner and Neidhart, both feature winners in 09, and Gardner takes over 3rd spot. Spadacine leading Keller and Gardner. Action settles down briefly inside the top 5. We're all single file now with Spadacine leading Keller, then Gardner, Neidhart, and Keller, followed by another Keller. As inside the top 6 right now, all 3 of the racing Kellers. But look at Spadacine out in front. His victory last season was clearly an upset for the rookie. Now as a sophomore, he's outrunning the veterans. He's already been to victory lane. You can't consider him an upset winner any longer. And he is opening up an advantage over Victor Keller in the 11 car. Spadacine drifts the lane too high, and now the 11 of Keller closes in. They're about to approach the lap machine of Stuyvesant in the 40 car, but that error by Spadacine has allowed the entire top 5 to close in on him as they approach the lap machine. Gardner in the 7 takes away a position from Keller, and Spadacine is trapped on the grass apron below the racing surface, losing 4 positions as we're 3 and 4 wide in turns 3 and 4. On lap 8 of the Pro Auto Supply Service Charger feature event, there is action all over the speedway. Gardner takes over the lead, gaining 3 spots in a lap. Early race leader Spadacine is off the pace and pulls into the pits. Victor Keller gets the second spot. Tracy Keller is third. Ed Neidhart is fourth. Unbelievable racing. Out in front, the No-Whack Painting. Westco, Westside Lube and Tire, number 7 of Matt Gardner. And then the Keller brothers, now second and third. The BK Electric Company, Martinelli's Auto Machines. As Tracy Keller, the points leader, takes a position away from Victor Keller here on lap number 10. Tracy Keller, the most recent winner in Charger competition and the points leader. Drivers in first and second have been to victory lane in 2009. Then it's Victor Keller and another 2009 winner, Ed Neidhart, in 68 in fourth. Roger Bryan is fifth, but he is a half straightaway behind the front 4 machines. Now Tracy Keller in second spot has climbed up through this field after starting well back in the pack. Does he have enough time to reel in Matt Gardner if in fact his car is faster? Gardner's lead is diminishing as Tracy Keller is catching him, but 2 laps to go, the signal given from the flag stand. It looks like we will have a repeat winner. Will it be a second feature win of the season for Gardner in car 7, or will it be a 4th feature win of the season for Tracy Keller in car 1? We got a problem in turn number 2. As Ed McConnell in the 48 goes around, as does first-time Charger Division starter Jamie Shipley. Shipley, a street stock driver who has now moved into the Charger Division, bringing out the caution flag with just 2 laps remaining in this 15-lap feature. Ed Neidhart and Roger Bryan as the green flag waves. Great run for Ron Eifert III, holding down the 6th position right now as a division rookie. And just exactly what Tracy Keller needed was a restart. Keller with his brother in third, trying to close in on Matt Gardner and increase his division-leading win total to 4. Gardner trying to score a second checkered flag of 2009. They are pulling away from the third-place machine of Victor Keller, and the white flag is out. Tracy Keller has chosen the high lane through turns 1 and 2. Can he make a pass for the win? That race car was severely damaged about a month ago and returned to victory lane last week. Matt Gardner in car 7, a winner in the American Flyers division, a winner in the Charger division, and coming out of turn number 4 for his second win of 2009, Matt Gardner takes the checkered flag over Tracy Keller, Victor Keller, Ed Neidhart, and Roger Bryan. Well, the MAG Racing team in victory lane for the second time this season, and this was a hard-fought one.
Yeah, it was a great race. I want to thank Tracy. We kind of went at it last week, just in opposite orders, so nice, clean race, and I want to thank him.
There was some chaos there early on in the event. Where were you when they were going 3 and 4 wide? Were you a part of that big mix?
To be honest with you, I have no idea, probably, but it's kind of hard to remember. Hey, I want to say I found out that my brother and his wife just delivered their second baby, Mason, from what I understand, so this will be for him.
A great dedication in victory lane, and how about a chance to thank your sponsors and crew?
Yeah, I want to thank my cousin Jay Matthews for always help. He's my crew chief. All my friends here for coming out tonight, I really appreciate it. And as far as the sponsors go, Bombardier Racing, Westside Lube and Tire, No-Whack Commercial Refinishing, West Code, Tri-State, and Dean Chris for all my wonderful graphics. So thank you.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, second win of the season for Matt Gardner. Modified's biggest event of the season, 40 laps the distance, green flag is out. Wheel-to-wheel action in the Crown Jewel event for the Wyotech Modifieds. 2 of the top 3 drivers seeking career first wins, including leader Matt Panaya and the 3 of Chris Brink. Panaya, the race leader, over Brink, then the 97 of Nicola, and then his uncle in the 5, Jim Nicola, feeling the pressure of the 0-1 of Harry Ofer. Bobby Shipp in the 04 nearly takes it sideways to the inside of Lonnie Hoffman's 96. Wheel to wheel is the fight for 4th position. In the 0-1, it's Ofer nearly making contact with the 5 of Nicola. And Brink moves to the outside. His preferred groove on the Motordrome Speedway is the outside lane, and the Glenn Campbell Gambler goes wheel to wheel with veteran Matt Panaya, and Chris Brink will officially take over the lead on lap 4 of 40. Panaya into 2nd spot, George Nicola up to 3rd, and then a side-by-side battle for 4th, the 0-1 of Harry Ofer and the 0-4 of Bobby Shipp. Just behind them, it's 5-time champion Adam Kostelnik. And Brink is opening up a huge lead on this field on lap number 5. Second place driver Matt Panaya now feeling the pressure of George Nicola to his outside in the 97. Nicola, the former street stock division champion, many times a modified winner, moving into the runner-up position around Panaya, while the 3 of Chris Brink opens up a half straightaway lead on lap 6 of 40. And we've got a spin in turns 1 and 2. It's Brian Shipp, the recent first-time feature winner. The 40 of Brian Shipp from Jefferson Hills going around to bring out the caution flag on lap 6 of 40. Green flag is back out. 6 of 40 laps are completed. And Chris Brink's giant lead prior to the caution flag has been erased, and George Nicola in car 97 is knocking on the door. Drivers in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the racetrack have all been to victory lane multiple times at Motordrome Speedway. Leader Chris Brink, a limited late model graduate from the Jennerstown Speedway, looking for his first open wheel win here in the Wyotech modified 40-lap feature of 2009. And with 8 laps in the books, now Brink beginning to open up a bit of an interval over Nicola once again. Matt Panaya in car 32 is now back into 5th spot after leading this event early on. Light contact made on lap 9 between the left front wheel of Adam Kostelnik in 4th and the rear bumper of Bobby Shipp in 3rd. Nicola holds on to 2nd, then Chris Brink, the race leader, continuing to put car lengths between himself and Nicola. We are 1/4 of the way through tonight's 40-lap feature, and Adam Kostelnik is looking to challenge for 3rd. Car number 60 dives to the inside of the 0-4 of Bobby Shipp. They are wheel to wheel in turn number 4. And by a bumper, it is still Bobby Shipp officially scored in 3rd spot, working lap number 11. As Chris Brink continues to pull away from the rest of this field, glued together for a full lap around the speedway. Bobby Shipp on the outside, Adam Kostelnik on the inside, and this time, Kostelnik will complete the pass on lap number 12 for 3rd position. Kostelnik in the Viglione Racing Luzader Auto Service number 60 makes his way around Bobby Shipp and quickly pulls up to the rear bumper of George Nicola. Nicola's Ford drifting up a lane and opens the inside for Kostelnik. And Kostelnik is now in 2nd spot on lap 13 after starting deep in this field. The current points leader, now the runner-up to Chris Brink in car 3. Brink, the race leader, the Glenn Campbell Gambler, stretching out his advantage over the rest of the field, and a battle for 3rd develops now on the front straight. Bobby Shipp to the inside of George Nicola. Shipp will not be able to complete the pass here on lap 14 as Nicola hangs strong with the podium position. Behind Bobby Shipp in the 04, it's Matt Panaya, the front row starter, then Lonnie Hoffman and Harry Ofer, side by side again on the front straight for 3rd. Ship and Nicola. Wheel to wheel on lap 15. Ship dirt tracks the car and breaks the rear end free in turn 1. Still stays glued to the bottom of Nicola's ride. They are losing ground to the second place car of Adam Kostelnik as they wage a war for third position. Matt Panayo watches from 5th. And maybe by a bumper, Bobby Ship on lap number 16 could have been. We've got a problem in turn number 4. Bill Rebar in car 18 goes around to bring out the caution flag. The sophomore driver from Smithton, Billy Rebar, back underway, and we will slow the action down with 16 of 40 laps completed. Victory. Leading Adam Kostelnik to the green flag, and Kostelnik gets a fantastic start. Multiple car contact at the front of the field. Leader Brink has a flat right rear. He got into Kostelnik, which repercussions collected George Nicola and the 04 of Bobby Ship. Race leader Chris Brink tried to slam the door on Adam Kostelnik, did not have him cleared, and the resulting flat tire will send the race leader to the pits. In the crown jewel event of 2009, back underway. Bobby Ship leading Matt Panayo, Lonnie Hoffman, and Harry Ofer. Best battle right now is for 5th spot. Marion Reno Jr., the veteran from White Oak in car 8, feeling the pressure of Brian Ship in the 40, the leader's younger brother who will be married tomorrow, taking away the 5th position out of turn number 4. Ship, the race leader, working circuit number 18, building up an advantage over the 32 of Matt Panayo. Then it's the 96 of Lonnie Hoffman in 3rd. In 4th, it's Harry Ofer in the 01, then Brian Ship. And Ship seems to be closing in on Ofer. And as we approach the halfway point, Brian Ship closed in a big way that time in 5th position on 4th place driver Harry Ofer. In turns 3 and 4, Bobby Ship, the elder of the racing Ship brothers, coming to the scoring line for the halfway point of this event. 20 laps down, 20 laps to go. Bobby Ship, the race leader over Matt Panayo. Lonnie Hoffman in 3rd, then Harry Ofer. Wheel to wheel now in the fight for the 5th position as Adam Kostelnik has climbed up to 4th after the caution flag incident. It's still Ship and Ofer going at it, but now they are fighting for the last position on the scoreboard as Kostelnik has passed Reno, Ofer, and Ship. And as Kostelnik holds the 4th position, the challenge for 2nd in turn number 4 goes wheel to wheel. Lonnie Hoffman in 96 to the inside of Plum Burrows. Matt Panayo in car 32 as we work lap number 23, the runner-up position. A war being waged about half a straightaway behind leader Bobby Ship of Elizabeth, PA. And Panayo maintains the 2nd position by just a wheel on lap 24 at the scoring line officially. And while those two cars are fighting, it only helps 4th place driver Adam Kostelnik to gain on them after going to the tail of the field for that pit stop to change a flat front tire while riding in 2nd position. And Hoffman on lap 25 advances into 2nd position. Kostelnik goes wheel to wheel with Panayo and makes quick work of the 32 machine. All 3 drivers at the front of this field have been to victory lane in 2009. Leader Bobby Ship in the 04, the former Charger Division champion, out in front. In 2nd, Lonnie Hoffman, the former street stock competitor. And in 3rd, the 5-time YO Tech modified champion, Adam Kostelnik, who is quickly diving to the inside of Hoffman. The Viglione racing machine nearly making side Nerf bar contact with Hoffman in turns 3 and 4. And it's just about a dead heat at the scoring line. Lap 27 and locked side by side around the Motordrome Oval. Adam Kostelnik and Lonnie Hoffman fighting for a distant second position behind race leader Bobby Shipp. And Kostelnik completes the pass out of turn number 4. The Viglione Racing entry now up to second spot on lap 28. A regular Wyotech modified feature would be coming to a close in just 2 laps, but tonight's 40-lapper affords Adam Kostelnik more time to dwindle the lead of Bobby Shipp. Working lap number 29, and race leader Shipp on the back straight moves around another former Charger Division champion, Mike Lemley. The modified rookie in car 93 goes a lap down. And at the scoring line this time, there are 10 laps remaining. 10 laps remaining for leader Bobby Shipp, who still holds more than half a straightaway advantage over Adam Kostelnik, and a heartbreak as heat race winner Harry Ofer pulls pit side after a great performance in tonight's preliminary. Ofer, a former winner of the biggest modified event of the season, heads into the pits out of competition with just 9 laps to go. Bobby Shipp the leader, Adam Kostelnik in second, Lonnie Hoffman in third, Matt Panaya in fourth, and up to fifth, Brian Shipp, who started deep in this field, then spun, and has worked his way back into the top 5 before wedding bells tomorrow, as his older brother could be on his way to a career biggest victory here at Motordrome Speedway. 8 laps remaining. And Brian Shipp falls off the pace after problems exiting turn number 2. Shipp may have made outside wall contact. He's back up to almost full speed now in turn 4, but the driver who was 5th on the racetrack surrenders that position and half a track to the 3 of Chris Brink. Brink now into the top 5 after his caution flag incident, the early race leader. We have 5 laps to go. Adam Kostelnik in car 60 has closed in and just about cut in half the lead interval of Bobby Shipp. But will 4 more laps be enough time for the 5-time titleist to reel in Bobby Shipp? And now 3 laps remaining. Kostelnik gaining car lengths each lap. But Bobby Shipp in car 04 moves around the 5 of Jim Nicola. Kostelnik inching ever closer. In fact, big gains that time through turns 3 and 4. Bobby Shipp has to know that the orange machine is coming with the signal of 2 laps to go. The biggest event of the season for the Wyotech Modifieds. And Adam Kostelnik is gaining ground in a big way. On the back straight, an advantage of only about 3 or 4 car lengths for Shipp. Lap car of Mike Lemley will be encountered in turn number 4. Lemley is signaled to the inside of the racetrack and the white flag is displayed. The lead is less than a car length in turn number 1. Final time around, Adam Kostelnik looks to the inside. They make contact. Kostelnik breaks the car loose on the back straight. And the biggest event of the season for the Wyotech Modifieds will go to the 04 of Bobby Shipp after holding off 5-time champion Adam Kostelnik. Coming home in third will be Lonnie Hoffman in car 96. Fourth will be Matt Panaya in car 32, and Chris Brink in car 3 finishing 5th. Bobby, the biggest victory of your career, how does it feel on a warm night to climb out of this machine in victory lane?
Oh, it's refreshing to get out of the car to begin with. It was getting pretty warm and I was getting tired. It's pretty nice to be here 2 weeks in a row and 3 in a row for the team, so that's pretty good for us.
Now let's talk about that finish. You had to know the orange car was coming. You had to see him on the scoreboard, see him in the mirror. What's going through your mind with just a couple laps to go and that car with a fresher tire gaining on you?
Oh, I I was watching the scoreboard, you know, as the laps were counting down, and I seen Adam move up into second, but I couldn't see him up in the mirror yet. But I figured he was probably running that thing as hard as it would go to try and get me. You know, I seen him getting real close with like 2 laps to go, and we were coming up on a lap car. And I made sure it looked like he had the same idea I did. As soon as we cleared the car, get down on the bottom, you know, I kind of predicted that might be what he'd try to do, you know, to get the inside lane. Coming into turn 3 and off of 4 to, you know, to race back to the checkered like we've done so many times in the past.
Well, here you are in victory lane, and I see a lot of crew members here. How about a chance to thank all the people that made this winning run possible?
I need to thank my mom and dad, my girlfriend. Her mom and dad are here. They come every week to support me and my brother. I need to thank my aunt and my uncle. They helped me tremendously throughout the years as far as racing goes, and that's with, you know, both cars. I need to thank my buddy John. I think I might have forgot him when he was here last week. He started helping me out there last year at the beginning of the season. He's been a big help. I need to thank Orema Tavern. They supported me the past 2 seasons. I picked up a new sponsor this year, KMP Performance. Helped me out with machine work, you know, the engine, and it's shining now.
It is shining in victory lane for the second time in 2009. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest win of the season for the Wyotech Modifieds, it's Bobby Ship. Row 3, Paul Urso and Doug Bakioki. Green flag is out for the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models. And contact up front in turns 1 and 2. Dave Merrow gets into the 59 of Martel. A great job of saving those race cars that got crossed up, and we continue green flag racing. 2 by 2 up front. They're still leaning on each other for the lead, and Martel will grab the point position. Plenty of tire marks on the side of the 69, and we've got a spin. Dan Lewis goes around in turns 1 and 2, collects the 1 of Steve Black. The 44 of Gregory Kelly gets some damage as well. Caution flag on lap 1 for the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models. Dan Lewis in 8, Steve Black in 1, and Gregory Kelly in 44, all involved. Back to green with 49 laps remaining. It's Martel, Merrow, Poole, and Mignon pulling away from the rest of the field. A heated fight for 5th position. 78 of Doug Bakioki holds it. Barry Audi in 75 wants it. And Paul Urso is right there, as well as Mark Catone. Working lap number 3. And Barry Audi finally slips to the inside of Doug Bakioki. Bakioki making his 3rd start of the season for the Hemp Hill Racing Team in car 78. Now finds the points leader Mark Catone to his inside. On lap 4, Mark Catone easing ahead of the 78 of Bakioki, as Barry Audi has outrun this battle by some car lengths already to close in on the rest of the top 4. Now it's Will Thomas in the 60 diving to the inside of Bakioki. Up front, Kyle Martel with a lead of about 8 to 10 car lengths over Dave Merrow, who's feeling the pressure of Mark Poole in car 96. Merrow's car is extremely loose handling as the 69 machine. With a back end that's chasing up the banking nearly every lap. And just as Poole was challenging Merrow, now Mignon is challenging Poole. Jason Mignon in car 07 making his 2nd start of 2009. Racing to the outside of feature winner this year, Mark Poole. And both of those cars appear to be better handling than Merrow's 69. Here comes Barry Audi in 75, trying to make it 3 wide, but then thought better of that. We've got a heated fight for top 5 positions. It's Merrow, Mignon, Poole, and Audi. And Dave Merrow finally spins with the loose handling car, backing into the outside wall. Jason Mignon, the 96 of Mark Poole, and the green flag waves. Lap number 9. Second place racer Jason Mignon has been to Motordrome's victory lane, but it's been a long, long time, as he has not started here at Motordrome in more than 4 seasons until last week in the Penn West Toyota Lift 100. Now in his second start, he rides second on the Speedway to Lebanon, Pennsylvania's Kyle Martell. Martell, a regular follower of the Mid-Atlantic Asphalt Racing Alliance, and many times a winner at Jennerstown Speedway, looking for his first Motordrome win. Then Mark Poole and Barry Oddie, who are about to go side by side for third spot here on lap 10 of 50. Mignon tries an outside challenge. Look at the 59 of Martell on the inside, but still perhaps unable to thwart the advances of Jason Mignon. Working lap number 11, and it was only by inches that Kyle Martell was officially scored as the leader. Mignon very comfortable in the outside lane for a full lap challenge to the right side door of Kyle Martell's 59 car. Nearly trading paint out of turn 4, and Martell again inches ahead at the scoring line on lap 12. But now Mignon with his best run through turns 1 and 2. He will complete the outside groove pass of race leader Kyle Martell. Now the 07 gets a bit loose in turns 3 and 4. New race leader, Greensburg, Pennsylvania's Jason Mignon. The Mignon Towing Toyota Camry number 07, taking the lead from Kyle Martell's unsponsored Chevrolet 59. And here comes veteran Barry Oddie, also working the high lane to his advantage. The Stoystown Auto Wrecking Wheeler Brothers Chevrolet moving into second position. Oddie, a track champion at the Jennerstown Speedway and the Clearfield Speedway in his career. A Motordrome winner many times, but not inside the last half decade, as Oddie is in second, Martell in third, and a challenge for fourth. Mark Catone, the Auto Express Transportation, Evanuic Engines 31, looking to the inside of Poole as Neil Brown looks to the inside of Catone. They were nearly 3 wide there in turn 2. 3 feature winners in 2009 fighting for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Poole in 96, Catone in 31, and Brown in 98. And now Poole gets a couple of car lengths advantage between himself and Catone, maintaining the 4th spot. Neil Brown looks ready to strike on a top 5 position. We've got a caution flag. Turn number 2 is the problem. Doug Bakioki in the 78 and the 37 of Paul Urso involved on a lap 17 incident in turn number 2. 3 Oddie, second to Jason Mignon. Kyle Martell third. Green flag is back out. Seventh place starter Barry Oddie is now second to Jason Mignon. Kyle Martell in third, Mark Catone and Mark Poole. A battle of marks in the 4th spot right now. And just ahead of Neil Brown. And Catone on the inside of Poole looked like he may have had enough to complete an inside pass, but the outside lane is fast tonight at Motordrome, and Poole stays dead even with the 2-time champion. Up front at the scoring line, Jason Mignon's lead is now less than a car length on lap 19. The 07 of the Greensburg, Pennsylvania veteran. To the outside of Barry Oddie. Oddie has gained 5 positions to this point early in the event and stays door to door with Mignon. Mignon, the defending champion of Jennerstown Speedway. Oddie, the former Jennerstown and Clearfield champion. Both drivers pulling away from the 3rd place car of Kyle Martell. And now Oddie tucks back in behind the Toyota of leader Mignon. Meanwhile, back and forth, Mark Poole has successfully defended that spot from Mark Catone, who's now dropping back. After challenging Poole, Catone is now in jeopardy and does lose a spot to Brown, and the lead changes hands quickly in turn 4. In one quick move, Barry Oddie takes the lead on lap 22 from Jason Mignon, and Oddie quickly storms out to a 6-car length lead. It's now Barry Oddie leading Jason Mignon, Kyle Martell. Neil Brown has passed Mark Catone and has passed Mark Poole. And the 98 machine is up into 4th position now. Side by side are Mark Catone and Will Thomas for the 6th position. And now Neil Brown in car 98 looks to the inside of Kyle Martell for 3rd. Brown with his Ford to the inside of Martell's Chevrolet, and will take over 3rd spot at the midway point of this event. 25 laps down, 25 to go. Barry Audi leading Jason Mignon. Neil Brown up to 3rd. Kyle Martell is 4th. Mark Poole in 5th. And a heated battle for 6th between the 31 of Mark Catone and the 60 of Will Thomas. Lap 27, and Joe Moose in car 83 is just in front of the leaders. Barry Audi clears the 83 car. Jason Mignon gets by Moose, as does Neil Brown. And now the top 3 drivers are pulling away from Martell in 4th, and Neil Brown in turn number 4 like a rocket ship to the inside of Mignon. Neil Brown in turn number 4 are getting along very well tonight, as the 98 car each lap is able to gain a couple of car lengths in turn 4 alone. Now can Neil Brown reel in Barry Audi, the race leader? 2 longtime veterans at the front of this field. Working lap number 29. The Wheeler brothers, Stoystown Auto Wrecking 75 of Audi is on the inside. And the O'Shea Lumber, Hunter's Peterbilt Davies Ford of Neil Brown takes over the point position and will be the new leader on lap 30 of 50. Brown, the leading winner of 2009, quickly puts a car length or 2 between himself and Audi. Barry Audi comes into tonight 4th in the championship standings. Neil Brown in the 98 car, not a championship contender, but a 3-time feature winner. Working lap 32 of 50, best battle on the speedway is for 5th. Mark Poole in 96, Will Thomas in 60, and Mark Catone in 31. In a 3-car fight with Bobby Henry closing in on those drivers. On lap number 34, the battle rages on for 5th position as the top 4 are strung out around the speedway. It's Mark Poole, Mark Catone, and Will Thomas, with Bobby Henry and his teammate Gary Wiltrout joining this fight. Could be 5 cars fighting for 5th, 6th, and 7th as we have 15 laps to go. And now Catone with his best run on Mark Poole on the front straight. Lap 36 and 5th position changing hands as the 31 of points leader Mark Catone grabs the position from the Howard Concrete Pumping Chevrolet of Mark Poole. Still locked in that battle as well, the Benz Motorsports Stans Transmissions Colonial Metal Products Chevrolet of Will Thomas. Thomas, a heat race winner earlier tonight, but now in 6th position. Make that the 7th position, unable to challenge Poole for 6th at the moment, with Bobby Henry and Gary Wiltrout, a couple of former track champions, closing in on Thomas. In turn number 3, race leader Neil Brown approaches the lapped machine of Gregory Kelly with significant front end damage. He moves around the former Rookie of the Year and will soon be closing in on the 15 of Todd Price. Brown's advantage now about half a straightaway over the 75 of Barry Audi. And there are 10 laps remaining in the NASCAR Subway Super Late Model feature. Dave Merrow heads pit side, so out of this event, the 8 of Dan Lewis, the 1 of Steve Black, the 69 of Dave Merrow. With 8 laps to go, the battle for second could be heating up again. On the back straight, the 75 of Barry Audi moves to the outside of Michael Zombar, but the 07 of Mignon, who surrendered that spot to Audi, seems to be gaining once again on the veteran. Mignon on lap 43 is indeed closing. It's Barry Audi in second, Jason Mignon in third, Kyle Martell in fourth, Mark Catone in fifth. And up front, it's all Neil Brown. The leading winner of 2008, the leading winner of 2009, the only repeat victor of the 6 different winners in 2009, Neil Brown showing the way with 5 laps to go. Urso heads pit side in car 37, the Sullivan Chevrolet, in his first start of 2009, a feature winner last year. And he is out of competition tonight. To go, the signal given to Neil Brown, whose advantage is now a straightaway over Barry Audi in second, Jason Mignon in third. Fourth place driver Kyle Martell now has a rear view mirror full of Mark Catone, the points leader, as they try to move around the 15 of Todd Price, the lap car. White flag waving for Neil Brown. It will be all his race, but the battle for the fourth position rages on the front straight. Catone moves to the outside of Martell. And in turns 3 and 4, the Richter Motorsports number 98, Acme, Pennsylvania's Neil Brown with another checkered flag at Motordrome in 2009, winning over Barry Audi, Jason Mignon, Mark Catone, who steals the 4th position away on the final lap from the 59 of Kyle Martell. Neil Brown will receive a Subway gift certificate, good for 2 6-inch fresh value meals, as well as the winner's purse. Neil, well, the way this car's been running lately, your starting position can't mean a darn thing when you roll out on the grid for these 50-lap features.
Oh, yeah, it does. We had a good car tonight. We found a couple of things wrong with it this week. Well, Jim did, and I think we got it back in tune again. We was tight the last 2 weeks, and I got to give him all the credit. He sets the car up, works on it, busts his butt, and all I do is drive it. There's 10 other guys in here that can take this car and do the same thing with it.
Now, it was just a couple of years ago that you started to drive this machine for Richter Motorsports. Let's talk about that relationship and how it came about after years of driving your own machine and then for the Pillas.
We went and drove dirt a couple of years and had a lot of fun dirt racing. I think it helped us a little bit on the asphalt. A loose car don't bother you as much anymore. And drove for Sean one year, and then we got tied up with Bill there last year a little bit. And he's kind of backed out and they quit racing, so we got everything off of him, and it's our stuff now. Bill really don't have anything to do with it.
Well, there he is, a team owner once again and back in victory lane. How about a chance to thank all the sponsors?
I'd like to thank R&M Trucking, O'Shea Lumber, Hunter's Peterbilt, Davies Ford. Most of all, I'd like to thank all the fans for coming out here and supporting us. Next week, bring a friend. We need all the help we can get here, get the fan base built up, and we'll try to put on a good show for you.
A good show again tonight in the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Brown. For the Napa Auto Parts Street Stocks, Adam Kostelnik and Jonathan Heilman lead them to the green. Heilman, one of the biggest winners of 2008, opens up an advantage over former champion Kostelnik. Then it's Jason Holder, and side by side, Aaron Minjock in 34 and Jeff Zellweger in 18. Heilman way out in front early on. Kostelnik is second. Third is Minjock in 34, and Holder losing a position to Minjock and maybe losing a position to the zero of Colarusso. Holder, many times a winner here at Motordrome, yet to find victory lane in 2009. He's back to fifth now, with Colarusso fourth, Minjock third, and Kostelnik all by himself in his second start in the car that we're calling number 05. Kostelnik now more than half a straightaway behind leader Jonathan Heilman. With 5 of 25 laps completed, Jonathan Heilman is out in front, but the new driver in second position is Dink Colarusso, who has taken a spot away from the 51 of Adam Kostelnik. On lap 7, Heilman's lead is a full straightaway over Colarusso. Coming into tonight, Colarusso was only 2 points behind in the championship standings to Sean Phillips, who was unable to start this evening after a heat race problem. Jonathan Heilman, 5th in the championship standings, but first on the speedway by a large margin over Colarusso with 8 of 25 laps in the books. Challenge for third position is brewing as in turns 1 and 2, the 34 of Aaron Minjock has reeled in the 51 of Adam Kostelnik. Minjock, a former dominator in the Charger division in car 34. The Minjock Painting Fast Dog Motorsports entry closing in on the Frankie Day Oldies Show. D&D Office plus 51 of Adam Kostelnik. 10 laps in the books of 25. Jonathan Heilman, your race leader. Sponsored this season by Martinelli's Auto Service and Nemacolin Woodlands. That Monte Carlo was in victory lane 5 times a year ago and looks to be on its way to a first appearance in victory lane for 2009. In second spot, Dink Colarusso, a distant second. Then it's Kostelnik third and Minjok fourth. Best battle on the speedway is for third, headed into turn 3, Kostelnik and Minjok, and we got us a caution flag. A caution flag with 9 laps to go as the 18 of Jeff Zellweger spins in turn number 2 to the inside retaining wall. Zellweger backs off of the apron of the speedway without push truck assistance, and the green flag waves once again. And the caution flag was all Dink Colarusso needed. It's a side-by-side fight for the lead. The new points leader is on the outside, and young Jonathan Heilman on the inside. Back to the line to begin working lap 17. Heilman leads by a car length. Then it's Colarusso. And the 34 of Minjok and the 50 of Manganello have both made their way around Kostelnik, who's back to 5th. Tony Manganello in car 50 in his first ride of 2009, inside of the top 5 now, with Minjok in 3rd, Colarusso 2nd, and Heilman with another 2 or 3 car length advantage. Third place battle. It had been Adam Kostelnik and Aaron Minjok. It is now Tony Manganello and Aaron Minjok. Manganello in the 50 car, the ride that had been steered by Andrew Kostelnik this season. And Manganello from Clairton, who was a multiple feature winner a year ago with 5 laps to go, has the inside lane to challenge Minjok for 3rd on the back straight. Door to door in the fight for 3rd in the Napa Street Stocks. Manganello takes the spot away. And now the next car in front of him is his teammate Dink Colarusso in 2nd. But with just 4 laps to go, Jonathan Heilman continues to increase his lead on the field. Laps to go, and Heilman is noticeably pulling away. Clearly the fastest car on the track is out in front and putting distance between himself and the new points leader Dink Colarusso. Then the 50 of Tony Manganello, the 34 of Aaron Minjok, and the 05 of Kostelnik, who is the builder of the cars in 2nd and 3rd, hanging on to a top 5 position. White flag displayed to Jonathan Heilman. And after such dominating performances throughout 2008, to fall just short of his first ever championship title, the 15 car returns to feature winning form in 2009 as the Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania driver exits turn number 4 for his first win of the season. Jonathan Heilman takes the checkered flag over Dink Colarusso in 2nd, Tony Manganello in 3rd, Aaron Minjok in 4th, and Adam Kostelnik in 5th. Jonathan Heilman, we know the car came out with a brand new body this year. Tell us about this machine and how you've been searching for the handle so far in '09.
Yeah, it's a brand new car. We wrecked it last year at the Piney Lasky race. So we started over, built everything. I didn't think we'd have this many problems. It's amazing. I'm glad we're here. I wish it would come a little sooner, but it's great. I got to thank my dad. I got to thank my pap. They help me put this car together every time I wreck it, every week in the garage, nighttime, daytime, whatever. I thank my crew, everybody. Thank my family for letting me do this. All the fans. Hope you keep coming back. You got to try to put a show on for you. Thank Martinelli's Auto Service, Howie Bayless Photography, Nemacola and Woodlands, DP Welding, Greg's Pub and Grub.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time this season with a brand new race car, Jonathan Heilman in victory lane. Your driver's nearly running over the pace vehicle, and we're going to have to wave off that start as Steven Sheltman was a little bit. No, we will not. And we will keep the start as Chief Starter Denny Carson fooled your announcer into thinking we were going to wave off the start. And a delayed green flag finds Steve Long out in front of Andres Suarez. We got a spin as pole starter Sheltman gliding onto the apron, and we're going to need a caution flag. First to the winner of the Streetcar Challenge, and then Sunday we'll get underway with our Enduro 100. But now we get underway with our Coca-Cola Super Compact feature, 15 laps. Steve Long is the new pole starter. Andres Suarez is second. Paul Koffler, the third, is third. And Mary Catherine Shimko on the outside of a 3-wide, no 4-wide battle for fourth. We were 4 wide in the middle of the back straight. Eugene Zerfoss takes the fourth position. Battle for fifth, Matt Sever in the 83, pulling around the 14 of Kevin Keffer. Leader is Andres Suarez. After he had some trouble in his heat race, he's putting some distance between himself and Long. On the move into third spot goes the 23 of Hillbilly Zerfoss. He moves around Koffler. Now the 83 of Matt Sever will do the same. Lots of hot shoes in the top 4 now as leader Suarez. Then Long and Zerfoss going side by side on lap 3. Matt Sever in the 83 right there to challenge as well. 3-car fight for second, third, and fourth. Matt Sever in the 83 car started deep in this field. He passes Long, but then has to stand on the brakes as Zerfoss closes the door on him in the battle for second and third. And contact up front. Eugene Zerfoss makes a terrific save after Matt Sever in the 83, and the 23 got together on the back straight. That allows Suarez to open up an even bigger lead in car 2. There are 10 laps remaining, and the fight for second could get ugly. Contact was made already between the Ford Probe number 23 of Eugene Zerfoss and the Chevy Cavalier number 83 of Matt Sever. Suarez in car 2 continues to be the man on the point. And because of how torrid the battle for second is, Suarez is opening up an even greater margin. Sever in car 83 is the leading winner in this division in 2009. Zerfoss looking for his first checkered flag of the year after many career wins at Jennerstown Speedway. Sever on the outside, Zerfoss on the inside. And now both of them are gaining on leader Andres Suarez. Zerfos on the inside is still pretty much side by side with the 83 of Sever. An exciting battle, but it is for second as Sever finally clears Zerfos in turn 1. Working lap number 9, Andres Suarez is the leader. Matt Sever in second, Eugene Zerfos in third, and look at how quickly Sever is closing on the leader. Andres Suarez now on lap number 10, moves to the outside of Kevin Ludwig for putting the 51 car a lap down, and Matt Sever is within 2 or 3 car lengths of the number 2 car. Sever started deep in this field. Suarez has led most of the laps to this point in the event. Very close racing in turn 4. Suarez tries to slam the door. Sever to the inside on lap 11, and the points leader has the preferred groove. But Suarez battles back on the high side. Now lap traffic could play into the lead battle. Sean Rich in 46 is directly in front of the leaders, and Suarez will use the lapped cars as a pick. Sean Rich helps the Suarez campaign to maintain the lead, and they are trading paint on the front straight. Now Mark Tringes is the lap car just in front of the leaders. Suarez loses the lead on lap 12, and Zerfos is right there to challenge him for second. New leader is Matt Sever from West Newton in car 83. It's now Matt Sever leading Andres Suarez, Eugene Zerfos, Larry Dunmeyer. 3 of the top 4 have been in victory lane. Suarez in the 2 car. Now we'll try to hold off Zerfos on this final lap of the feature event. And the points leader continues on a path toward his first career track championship. A go-kart racing veteran, now a Coca-Cola Super Compact standout. In turns 3 and 4, the leading winner in the division will pick up another checkered flag. It's Matt Sever with the victory over Andres Suarez, Eugene Zerfos, Larry Dunmeyer, and then the 27 car of Steve Long. Well, Matt Sever, this is starting to seem like an unbeatable race car. Does the starting position even matter when you can charge through the field like that?
Oh, it matters. It makes us tough every week, you know, and it gets harder and harder every week. I got to thank everyone who comes out and races with us. They're getting faster. I got to apologize to Gene. I got into him coming out of 2 there, and I know he got real sideways. I'm sorry about that. Me and LT had some fun going down the straightaway here, getting a little side-by-side action, but I don't know. I can't really complain about it. Where we're starting at, that is what it is, but I'm pretty happy with where we're ending up. That's all I can say. I got to thank EESI, Lux Brothers, Mr. Martinelli, you know, all these guys help us out each and every week. I got to thank all of them, because without them, we wouldn't be here.
You know, Mr. Martinelli gets mentioned in victory lane from time to time, and no matter which driver it is, there's always a smile on the face when they say Mr. Martinelli. He must be quite a character to be around.
He's the man. I can't say too much about him. I mean, he's just, I don't know, one of the greatest guys I've ever worked with in racing. I got to thank him, and thank my mom and dad and everyone who comes out to watch us each and every week.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, points leader Matt Sever in victory lane once again.